Bobby wore his high school wrestling outfit today.
Whatever.
He's a wrestler.
Let's go, Bobby.
Welcome back to Bennett's Hot Rods. Just a quick kind of update on some of the stuff that's been going on because it's meant to one day and I really don't know what's going on. So we'll just show you some of the stuff we did over the weekend. This is Zach's truck. I showed you in an earlier video, the 88 GMC. Completely tore it apart. We're going to gut this cab, start all over. It's going to be our own wiring. Went nuts on it. These guys took the nose and the motor off it, and then Joe and I came down here on Sunday, got the cab off. So the next is pressure wash, and then it gets sandblasted. And we're actually buying a complete QA1 suspension for it, front, rear, tubular control arms in the front, 4-link rear, all coil-over shocks. It's got 7 inches of adjustment in it, so we should be able to lay that truck out right where he wants it. Matt has been continuing to weld on the Mustang. I mean, it takes a long time. I mean, there's a lot of welds. They've all got to be cleaned up and presentable for when we paint the car, and then he's actually now fixing some of the little rust spots that were on it that don't require us to buy a whole part for it. And then it also had rocker moldings on it. We're going to weld the holes to the rocker moldings because we're not putting them back on. If you recall, Bobby didn't seem too enthused about taking undercoating off of this car last week. And there's several different ways to do it, and it's like he said in the video, there's no easy way, and he hasn't found the good way. Well, we found it. Summit has undercoat remover, which smells yummy. It smells like citrus, but it works. I mean, it makes a huge mess, but this still, even with the cost of all of these, which I ordered 1 and they sent me 16, so whatever. I'm glad because you go through it pretty quick. This will make it easier and less expensive when the blaster comes to clean everything up. And then we got a 81 C3 Corvette that came in. Guy wants us to do a LSX swap in this car, which is pretty easy. LS seems to be the new go-to engine for everybody. I've fought it as long as I can. Now we're going to do one. But I don't think that he's quite prepared for what the costs involved in buying a motor and doing it and all that is. So we're working on that one for right now, just kind of doing an evaluation on it for him. 54 Corvette, we got all the brakes done on it. I'm doing front wheel bearings now, which I had to order because nobody stocks anything for a 1954 anything. We got 81 CJ that we had blasted and got all the rust repaired in it, and we have to go through the same thing that we did on the Mustang, is clean up all the welds and get this ready for paint. And that's all we're doing to this one, is just painting it and sending it back to the guy. Clint's Porsche is still here, still in queue. When I get room for another rotisserie to twist it around, we'll put that up on a rotisserie and be able to take a better look at it. This is the frame from Zach's 88 GMC. I looked over the weekend at parts costs and things like that. I can get front fenders for $69. So it really doesn't make sense for me to work these fenders because it'll take longer and end up costing more. Same with door shells, entire door shells for $149. So we're going to go with all new parts on this truck. I mean, it's going to be a brand new truck anyway. So, and this is the one that's getting the 4-link rear and the QA1 tubular control arms and the big horsepower motor that I've got over there in the corners going in it. Out here, got our 67 Corvair is still here. We kind of backburnered it for a little while. The car has been sold, but we're going to use it for a show this weekend, so we're gonna finish everything up. Of course, I've been doing all my drainage work with my Bobcat. So my wife. That's the motor out of Zach's truck that we're actually going to use that engine for something I want to show you right now. Over the weekend, you saw our segment of stupid shop projects. We actually got the mock-up motor set in this car with the transmission, and it fits. We're going to have to be a little creative on some of the external things, exhaust, water pump, alternator, and so forth, but our main goal was to make sure that we could get that motor in this car. And I mean, if you look at the car, it's pretty little and it's all fiberglass, but we're going to put a 350 in it. And stupid. So, just something to do. Mondays, like I said, it's Mental Monday. I don't know what's going on, so we kind of tinker away on things and kind of get into gear as the coffee starts working. Monday, we kind of work into it. These guys are awesome. They're self-starters. They know what they were working on Friday, so they come back in and pick right up where they left off. Both cars are taking a little bit longer than I thought they would. No fault of these guys or anything like that, but that, we bumped into that undercoating issue, and this one is just miles and miles of MIG wire and the gas for it, and grinding and cutting, and just a lot. But it'll be done shortly. The reason why we want to take the undercoating off of Cindy's car, it's a black car, and we're going to do the entire car in black with no undercoating. So the underneath of that car will be painted as well. So when we go to reassemble it, it's very, very nice underneath. And if you wondered, these guys are in suspended animation right now. They don't move or do anything. And then when I'm ready for them to get going again, I just take them out of suspended animation and they start again. Well, see, I wasn't really powerful on Matt. Matt kind of fought his way out of it. So. Matt fouled me onto the Matco truck last week and ended up coming out of there with a fancy new set of body hammers. And he was so happy, like a little girl. He come dancing out of that truck and got himself some body hammers. So,
Matco, you should be receiving an email here from our buddy Dan about our deal. We need some tools.
So the tool guy has caught Matt. He's done for the rest of his life. So much for his retirement, everything. You start buying tools, it's really kind of hard to stop. And I do understand the excitement of getting a new tool. I mean, I've got 3 of everything, but every once in a while there's a tool that I find and I'm like, I gotta have it. I have to have it. And I might use it once, but that one time, it just saved me 2 hours on a job. So yeah, I had to pay Snap-on $16,000 for it, but you do it over time, so it's cool. You can go, somebody had asked in one of the comments about tools we use. We've got kind of a hodgepodge of everything. I started out with tools from Ace Hardware when I was a kid, and they work great. And I've since retired them. I got a bunch of SK tools, really, really like the SK tools, but I don't think they exist anymore. Then Snap-on, mainly for the convenience. They are shiny and the lettering's cool, but the convenience of the truck coming here, you just pay them $1,500 a week for 32 years. It's just $1,500 a week for 32 years, but it's worth having. The Matco truck is the same way. I don't have a huge bill with the Matco truck, but I feel bad because he comes here every week, so I go out there and I'm like, oh, I'll buy something. So, and that's my phone, so.
We'll use that.
Yeah, that. Tuesday is, I have to get the building inspected for Tennessee Highway Patrol so I can go back into the towing rotation. These guys, like I said, they're self-starters and I'm not in. Again, Tuesday, Lieutenant Sarah Lund is coming here. I have my Tennessee Highway Patrol inspection for my storage and the tow truck and all that kind of stuff, so I can go back into towing because it's a neat little extra income. I like driving the truck. It's a nice truck. These guys, I got no fear of leaving here and walking out the door and getting in my tow truck and going to do a tow because I know they're actually going to work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's when they get to, start drinking and, I come back and nothing's been done and, just whatever. No, they do good work. So, and they do it without me hovering over them. But I mean, I'm spanting.
Shoot.
That ain't no word. Where'd that word come from?
Hey, what's that word, boss?
What's that word, man? Spanting. I've been spanting a bunch of time on the Google box. That's something that people don't take into account too, is the hours of researching parts and then getting them realizing they're wrong because you didn't read the entire thing and then sending out for new ones. And I've got a bunch of parts here that I ordered and they may have been incorrect or not applicable to the use that I wanted to do. Instead of sending that stuff back, I put it on a shelf and we end up doing something like this. You know, I can go over the shelf, get a new intake, new carburetor, you know, all that stuff will go on here, and we'll burn the tires off it, trade it for something. I don't know, somebody will want it. Like I said, it's Mental Monday, so we're getting stuff done, but we're not at it hardcore like we normally are, because every time I come out here to do something, the phone rings, or I forgot my cigarettes, or can't find my coffee, or got to take a again. That's it. Yes, I know I need a haircut. That's for you, Laura, because I know you're going to say, I need to get a haircut. I know. It's Monday. Barbers are like hairdressers. For some unknown reason, they take Monday off. Bobby wore his high school wrestling outfit today.
Whatever.
He's a wrestler.
Let's go, Bobby.
See, we like to have fun. So, yeah, he's a lawn dart champ. I noticed with the eye out.
Right.
That's the first thing I noticed this morning.
How come your t-shirts are acceptable and mine are not? I guess that's about it. I gotta go.
Cut.
That was actually good. That was good.